Today, it says that some of you guys are at the Eight of Cups. You're starting to feel very strong within yourself because you're not allowing people in your life anymore to just do whatever they want to you. You're being told to stand your ground. You have been asking somebody for a minute, like a long minute. For some of you, even like November of even 2015. This person could have a gambling issue or something. It says poker player in the reverse. So some of you guys actually possibly have overcome that issue. So congratulations. It's a big deal. And I'm really proud of you. You haven't been allowing people to get in your way. Um, but you've been with somebody for a really long time. This person could watch TV a lot or something. They could be into drama. Yeah, immature comebacks. Um, Draws flowers, just does a bunch of shit that fucking really honestly, well, it says here that you want some jewelry or some diamonds in particular. And you're tired of just, it says you don't want to be alive and just feel alone. And so when this person now is telling you immature comebacks, you are no longer actually giving into that. You're actually finding the courage and the power to do what needs to be done. And you may be even stepping away from this person. This person doesn't handle their business. This person doesn't seem to bounce back easily after their problems. And you have not been able to travel. You have not been able to receive any gifts. And you're even just over it. This person now saying, like, you're acting different. You could feel like they're acting different. You very much so are. One of you's feeling actually ready to fucking leave. This person wanted to maybe buy a house with you or get a house with you. You're like, I'm going to get a motorcycle. And it says, actually, you have the ace of freaking pentacles coming in when you leave this person. So keep it up, dude. The main thing that you are channeling in the reverse, um, resilience in the reverse, and drama and TV. This person cannot grow up. That's the thing. You, for some of you, even have sports that mean a lot to you. And so your sports is kind of like up in the air and your earnings are up in the air. And so right now, saying stand your ground because you have a lot of stuff going on. And this person plays victim group. They want to be drama, drama, drama. You're not into trend followers. You want to be, actually, it says peaceful. And you carry peace, you carry strength. This person's very different than you. They could be into political things. Although this could be a new person that is into political things because peace through strength, 81 through 89, Ronald Reagan, sorry. And then Richard Nixon, 69 to 74. And it says, a group of friends have been talking bad about you behind your face, and they deceived you. And it could have hurt you actually quite a bit. It says, but honestly, they were coming up as the devil. It says the chaos is over and that you're freeing yourself from a situation or a behavior that has been holding you back for a long time. November of 2015 is up there. And when this person isn't doing what needs to be done or when they're trying to push your buttons, it's saying you're now standing your ground. The thing that helped you to move forward from this very, even for up to 8 years, not all of you, but some, we have the Eight of Cups here, which means you guys have put in a lot of time together. You could have even had kids together. You guys know what it's like to raise a family, and that's awesome. Do you know that that's your Cups love? And now you have the Wand love. You have Kings of Pentacles love. And you also have the Swords love. And I will tell you about those on a different read. But this love has been a heavy ride. I totally get it. And it's the time when you guys pretty much built your little house in your picket fence. And there's only one of those rounds. And so actually that's amazing. You guys don't get, you haven't learned anything about all these other loves yet. So I'll have to make sure to try to focus and do specific classes. And yeah, I totally learned about all that stuff. And so I'm excited to share that with you so that you don't feel so bummed out. And also, um, Miss Doubtfire came on when I was breaking up with my 8 year relationship with Zeke. And this part came on. So sometimes mommies and daddies don't get along. But that's no reason that they shouldn't be able to, share their babies. Um, and so I asked myself, do you want to be with him forever? And I didn't. If you could be with anybody else in the whole wide world, anyone, like, would you try it? Want to? Yeah, I would. Were you having the best sex? No. And did you want to marry him? No. But did you? I mean, we could be grateful for everything, and we'll go over those things too. But for some of you, you have clearer evidence came up on this situation, and this person was not where they were supposed to be, and they basically fucked up, and they could have been drinking under the influence of drugs, and this person's playing poker possibly. And also, I mean, where the fuck were they when it says you said you were going to be at this place but you weren't? So why are you studying like a fucking ball sack in your throat, bitch? You know what I mean? You're like, you're acting different than usual. And so you came up, you had clear evidence that says, and you just stop channeling, you just stop picturing the future with this person, and you don't, former nothing. You maybe seen somebody's credentials and how they post former manager, former da da da. But it's like, dude, 20 formers and nothing new, and just former anyway just means that honestly, like, it's over. And who gives a fuck, dude? Let's see what's going on today. So pay attention to people that have former this and former that. Nobody gives a fuck, dude. You just were over it because this person took forever if they even got it done ever at all. And because you actually you have this fucking Ace of Pentacles coming, so that's a big badass card. So whatever you've been thinking about, um, this whole fact, the fact that the person that you were with lacked resilience, which is the ability to bounce back easily after a problem, it comes right over the top. So maybe when they decide that day, I'm not going to be able to make it, and maybe you're a leader and they call in sick, and you just straight up out of nowhere get this opportunity because maybe, just maybe, um, their manager's fucking tired too. And so just make sure that you keep doing exactly what you're doing. It seems like people may have been watching you from afar. You may get an opportunity. Bam Digital, it could be human rights right here. So people may be watching you on camera at work or something like that, but they really actually look at that big dog fucking ace. So some of you guys could get a bonus. So look your best. Um, they have not striked you as tacky. Somebody might have been saying that you were tacky with that gossip that was going around. People were just trying to fucking have a big ass mouth, and you did not actually react the way that they were trying to get you to react. They could try to get you to actually get explosive, and they're having outbursts because they're just fucking getting all up in your shit, and you've been practicing peace. You've been taking it easy, and honestly, you're not fucking watching TV. You're not sitting around, you're working hard. And they're like, who said that? And you're just like, bro, I'm not interested in channeling any of this dumbass shit. And I'm also not bonded to you anymore. So I need you to honestly uh, basically get the fuck away because I wouldn't be friends with you because we're not even the same style and I can't stand it. And then when I was with you, I want to smash my fucking head into the wall and KO myself or put earplugs in or just fucking disappear. And even if I had to go into a gorilla's butthole and not hear you anything, I would have done it. So I'm just grateful that you're alive and you're healthy and you look okay. But you can't just keep coming over here because we're not together and I don't like the sound of your voice. And I, yeah, care that you gotta go and treat me like literally we're not together. It's like I'm not trying to be rude, bro, but I'm actually upset about some shit. That's why the fuck we're not together. Until when I try to literally process in my heart, which is actually making me kind of feel away right now. And it's okay. I can always get through things. But I need you to understand that what you did to me, it hurt me. When you weren't there for me, when I needed you, it hurt me. And I always have gone through by myself, but I noticed also it was deliberate, you say. And so every time you would say anything, they have immature comebacks, and you're just like, you know what? I have been close to my higher power, and honestly, He's given me the power to do what must need to be done. And you literally need to go. And maybe if you need to, I can trespass you if you don't fucking literally follow the rules. If you did not understand, I do not like you with all due respect. I am angry, I'm hurt, and I am processing things. And I also would like you to leave or I will trespass you if you don't. You don't handle your business, you tell them. You don't clean anything around here. You don't help. And I feel away. And it's none of your fucking business. You ain't fucking my man. You ain't my woman. You got lioness energy. Could be a Leo. But you're like, don't fucking don't ever come through, bro. Don't ever come through. You can email me straight. Email me, please. Don't call me. And this person's going to look at you and you can tell them one, reflect and understand. Reflect and understand. Reflect and understand. Literally. October 15th could have been something. Um, this person tried to play victim role, and there's there's some 3D person. There's a third party. Could be friends. Could be addiction. Could be people in their ear. But you feel a lot. You're actually an empath, and this person is coming up as a crybaby, and they are just very immature. They could watch cartoons and just maybe even be living with their mom or something. And you do unfortunately need to, you're not turning off your alerts when it comes to this person. In fact, some of you guys are straight responding. So that's going to be a problem because if it looks like this comes after that money, so you're going to get tested right here. Um, and this person may ask you for a motorcycle or a vehicle. Um, and they'll tell you, well, I see different mindset in the reverse. So that means that you guys may be thinking a little bit more closely. We have exceptional here, but some of you guys wanted things like it says marble countertops or maybe new cupboards. And so just be sure that you put whatever it is that you wanted always first. Don't buy this person, in my opinion, um, anything. This person seems like they're coming around now that you got some dough. And you're not seeing this clearly because you got Windex and seeing clearly in the reverse. Um, you've been very clean, and they could say, "Oh, I've been clean," but I don't know, man. Look at those big numbers. Just kind of makes me feel like this person's, of course, lying straight. So, if you are somebody who's very sweet and kind, um, you may not realize that whenever you get money or speak of money, it doesn't really matter how much it really is. Anything, if the person doesn't have what you have, then it's still something. If they want it, they're going to come and try to get something. So you're just somebody that maybe doesn't honestly know that yet. So if you just notice that maybe when people show up whenever you have money, then that's because you're a sweetheart. You may even open up conversations and be like, "Yeah, I have this great job. He's so good. I had a friend Danny that did that, and it just like it was literally intro to telling everybody that he had money. I don't care what he did, but they sure did rob the crap out of him. So we have winter here. Um, you really like for some of you where you're at and this new chapter. I reign over my realm and just chill in winter. You could have won something. You're feeling so good these days in the future. You have independence, success, financial stability, security, profit, prosperity, wealth. You have property, abundance, rewards. Through your hard work, collection on investments, thriving business, and status. You have freedom, wisdom, maturity, and indulgence. This is the Nine of Pentacles. So you're going into your Pentacles love. So that's great. Pentacles is about money, and Pentacles is awesome actually. Pentacles, in my opinion, is the second strongest king. Um, the Wands king sometimes is a lot, in my opinion, to do with Pentacle people. But this is where I am at without her sweet peaceness. But if you're somebody who actually has all your shit together and you've had your house and you've had a lot of bills and did your a whole friggin' just bunch of shit, you did the American dream. This is where you actually get through breaking up with your lovers and actually getting over codependency and feeling what it feels like to, for the very first time for a lot of us to actually be by yourselves for the first time ever. Most of us were our parents' kids, then we were our young boyfriend's kids, then we were our kids' mothers. And so we may not have had any time yet to see what it feels like to be all by yourself. And, you know, whenever you're feeling icky, it's really sad for you and it breaks your heart. I totally get that. But let's be honest, how long have they been breaking their heart? And so it's obvious that we're going to be able to get over it faster than if we said, just, you know, it's okay. If you need anything, we're here. Reflecting and understanding things is very important. Make sure that as you go through your sad moments, you be gentle on how many times you replay this because every time you think about anything icky, it burns off brain cells permanently. So your brain starts looking like the moon with the pits in it. And that's where people start to like lose their memory and just act different, even twitch eventually. So we have Taurus male here. We have a Leo woman in the reverse. Sports and earnings. So seems like there's definitely some kind of like um, gambler, sports person, bar person. You you definitely um, like somebody who bets, wins things. You know what I mean? Um, be careful on that, baby. Yeah, particular job in the reverse. You could say, "Oh, I make money this way just fine, and I'm gonna make this and this and this." So um, Six of Coins. So somebody that dresses, in my opinion, better than it's like somebody that would dress really nice for an interview just to impress. So that's what I'm seeing. Um, Somebody may be tricked this week, and you will find that this person comes up as a crybaby, not your type at all. Yeah, I wasted on you. And so, um, wasted on you is a country song, and you want somebody now to apologize. They didn't bring you flowers, maybe for a holiday, you know, Valentine's Day or even your anniversary, and you haven't been. You're just enjoying your sunrise in the reverse. Somebody's upset because they're hurt. They wanted some diamonds. They wanted flowers. They want an apology, and now they're freaking even crying listening to country music. And somebody seems like they're kind of out there doing their thing. We have amateur comebacks here. We have somebody that's looking at their phone twice this week, just trying to see what this person might be doing and if they texted that. And the other person has bonded in the reverse. The other person is kind of like, who said that? Like, where's he at? And the other person's like, bro, honestly, I don't really care because I'm when I was with that person, I felt like I was dying alive, and I was like, bro, I'm literally like fucking literally feeling like I'm selling my soul to the devil, and so you could have even prayed about it. You could have read the Bible about it. You could found out that actually the Bible says if you feel like you're being abused, it's very important to go and study psychology. And someone's like, no way. You're just like, "Bro, I don't care. I don't care. You're over here trying to like do shit. You're very like into numbers and you just don't have any desire to be with this person. Um, Yep, two energies against you in the reverse. That's good. You have shape now. Organized bills in a folder, so everything's so much better. Um, yeah, you're like, nope, we're not actually getting the house. We're not getting the marble countertops. We're not doing anything. You're like, I'm getting a fucking motorcycle. And people are like, yes, dude, this is awesome. Now you're going to be able to be available for these opportunities. This is exceptional. Um, you two have different mindsets in the reverse. They're going to be like, babe, we're the same. And you're just like, honey, you know what? I love you. But you, a victim group, you gotta get away from your friends. You got trend following here. You're angry right now. You need to reflect. You need to understand. You need to find your independence, your inner power, and you need to clean up your home, and you need to handle your business, and you need to work on seeing clearly. And so you're like, dude, that's already a lot. You're like, I really want to travel. I want to stop exploding back when you have outbursts, which I've been. And so you've been trying to make that happen more. And so that's obviously that something that they recommend or even allow if you go get help. So, I have to follow my recommendations from my counselors, my group friends. If you need to sign up, then I totally recommend. It's been a great experience. But as far as me, this is actually against my uh, literal plan of action when it comes to my recovery. So, yeah, human rights strike is attacking in reverse all of a sudden. Damn, that's that's what this is all about. Is um, people seeing you in that moment when you finally say something, I guess, that wakes them up and tells them, I'm not a stupid bitch, bro. I'm not allowing you to do that shit. I'm not fucking over here uh, doing fatal nothing. I'm not over here fucking super drunk. Whatever I say, I mean it. Whoever the fuck I am, I am. You over there sitting there worried about whatever I do, saying about all these things that I am. You're just like, I'm actually not. And you fucking ain't got no clear evidence on that shit. You've been reclaiming your confidence. Now this person's going to fuse your location, see what you into. No, bitch, you're not. We were together. We're not. And you know what? The moment that basically you start to feel confident and just you start being sexy, which it'll be a sexy partners coming your way too. You're gonna have a really good love, a really good job coming. So keep your chin up. You are gonna stand your ground on stage to this person, and it says that you will overcome this, baby. No more gambling. But yeah, it does say a friend that screwed you over, but you're having forward movement, and you need to not be putting things in writing. So if you're a texter when you get mad, stop doing that because they're going to use it against you. Yeah, I'm going to stop saying anything about dot dot dot. You're just like, this actually isn't stopping. And you need to recognize that you are going to be celebrated and you're going to get some recognition. That's come up a few times already. This person's got some kind of partner browser on. Um, it could be into antiques or you could be. Right now, beige is in, cream is in, natural zen. Um, every time you try to concentrate that, oh, I have a problem, you're like, you don't even have an interview, and we ain't together, and I just fucking told you to stop showing up here, bro, or I'll trespass you, bro. Facts. And you ain't holding out. So you reclaim, and boom, you have a new method. You're like trespassed. Um, you, that doesn't mean like yeah, you could trespass somebody. That means the cops will come. Doesn't mean that they're gonna go to jail. Reaper. And you're like, actually, I don't want to be on your court stuff either, and I want the car that I got you back. Problem solved. Um, I don't have a problem. I don't care. I have an interview. I don't care. When you were holding out on me, honestly, and not giving a shit, when I was feeling down, when I wasn't glowing, you felt good about that shit. You were holding out, bro. And you were like, you need to release me because you no longer need to be in my life. Release what you no longer need to find peace. You're starting to feel good. You ain't playing games with these bitches. I can do this. You found out that this person was playing some dumb shit. And you started to realize the law of attraction. You saw that there's only three reasons why somebody was moving forward: a will, a skill, or a heal. Are they willing to? Do they need to learn something? Or is there a barrier? And you were like, you're literally just a piece of poop. You're not magnificent. You juggle way too many responsibilities, but yet you get nothing fucking done. You don't learn anything. You could have even had different languages. Hotel suite again in the reverse. Dark energy. Yeah, you just made a full blown. You're spoiled, bro. And you took off. You didn't stay for 2 seconds back. You're like, this person is absolutely not suitable. And um, saying that some of you guys are kind of dickheads, you're like, I'm not going to bother with that. You haven't been happy for a while, and you're saying you need to support and you need to nurture. You haven't been taking good care of your finer self or even met it yet. You're pretty still stuck on this person that left or somebody that passed away, and you haven't really felt happy. Um, you were destined to be together. It was in the reverse. So again, booked your trip in the reverse. So 3 times you have booked your trip. So you were embarrassed, it says, to be around this person. You thought they'd lost their marbles. Um, and you're very quiet. And you might have felt this person was too young, but they're coming up as not. You need to have determination, since you will meet any challenge head on and you will come out on top. Right now, you're in Page of Wands energy, so it says that you're ready to pursue a new goal. Goofing off, you're putting things off, and it will sabotage your success. You need to double check and you need to provide quality work so you don't get in trouble. Love you, baby.